All is well,
I ran into Miss Nefer.
You seem rather...
I certainly am. I achieved what fighting alone can get quite...
We meet again.
Albedo! What are you doing here?
Thankfully.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt. When they told... And given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder you're already acquainted.
So? Who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see. And a rather stern countenance. I presumed you were acquainted with him. Is that not the case?
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've technically met before.
Wait a sec! You're Minnie Durin!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who they are.
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon as a sign of my great respect.
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this.
Personally, when people call...
You're absolutely...
She's been catch...
Uh-oh.
People...
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chairs.
No need. This is a job for an alchemist. I'll whip some up momentarily.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escorting my friends back. I'll be meeting Zendrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's been a pleasure, everyone. But this is where I'll say goodbye.
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on.
I understand.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not fit all these people in.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am. Come on in and see for yourself.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague, though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague, too?
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Deanslip, colleague of Teyvat's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more sort of friends.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important. Paimon's guessing you've heard about the Wild Hunt, then.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at the table?
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsleif, there's a seat with your name on it. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more chairs?
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about...
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium.
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets under such circumstances.
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an
Impressive. She barely fought back at all.
As I'm sure
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
spoken like...
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before... Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to...
You're both awfully quiet. Have either of you...
That sounds like a...
I dabble occasionally.
He's an...
I'm flattered.
If I ever...
I'll bear that in mind.
Oh, whatever style...
Very well.
You can replicate...
I can try.
Thank you.
Is there something you'd like...
Yeah! For starters, what?
If you think back...
You do have a point there. Oh yeah! You'll need to find...
Sure.
Great! Paimon! And in return, we can get Dane...
If that's what you had in...
Oh, anyway,
Indeed.
Truth be told, I can't remember...
You're not alone. Itlua is a...
Come on. Let's just keep...
That goes without...
Anyone else in the...
It's dangerous.
Then, in the name... Of course. Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about you?
I'm here to get...
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flints? Anyway, before... first up, we have Miss Lauma. As Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background. Assisted over here, we have Mr. Flints, a Ratnik and Guardian of the... For those of you who've... Next up, we have the Moon Maiden, and then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Teyvat.
wow! That's a lot of people.
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so, congratulate...
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it...
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Recher of Solnari.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth.
Something about you seems like bad news.
It's my
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Raker of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate Rerir's background.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends? What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the Five Sinners.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the Five Sinners. I remember it all like it was yesterday. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The Five Sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedifenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. The foul, Surtologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Raker of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions, so what changed in the space of a single night? How did he come to fall like the others?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have no idea what actually happened?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time? The more detail you can give me, the better.
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I hardly know where to begin. The fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, just like we had planned, each striking towards our separate targets. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man, working for the Conrian Intelligence Service. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission, I will tell you more about him. Enough, I hope, to help you plan your next...
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the no wisecracks. Besides,
Relax. It was meant.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced.
I believe you've done so much for me. From the moment so far, even so.
Kutar.
Defeating the Ray hero.
Natural.
We've considered is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experience has shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really after? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two...
So you're placing... You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid
Late.
I have faith.
Oh?
This isn't about the money.
Look at them.
And I'm the one.
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm
Anyway, Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk.
This whole experience... Why?
Thank you for waiting.
That's okay.
That's very... Now, I trust you share my curiosity. We spoke at...
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I... That's one way to put it. All right. The reason I've gathered... Think of this as once the ceremony begins. Lastly...
Well, good luck.
There's a little more to... In the event that some...
I second that. So...
Good. Please.
So, did Mr. Dainsleif tell you anything?
He told me,
But surely...
if you think that... But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history?
Well,
You're so...
all right. I'm good to...
All set over here, too. Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Close your eyes. Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. According to Dainsleif, Rerir used to be an intelligence operative. Is this where you keep your secrets,
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets. Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. Male, 40. Neutralized. Just another nobody for the art. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon. Neutralized on... Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. She doesn't seem to be anyone important, but... Neutralized and... Filed. Male. Neutralized and... Male. 6.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts. Mr. Vedifalnir? It's
Revir.
Forgive me. Tell me.
It is indeed with...
I was just thinking.
That isn't a lie. Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came looking for me.
Does it feel good?
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a... You fear my silence.
That's right.
The burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulders.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies? None but our exalted king?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to his majesty than I am. You must know better.
You say that as though it is to my benefit.
You are so...
Let me offer you some advice. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If happiness is what you seek, you should find another fiancé.
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory belong to Thelindis? Guess...
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rayrir.
What?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set...
Why are you...
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him. You are...
No! Absolutely not! I would never dream of doing such a despicable thing!
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not forget that
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone. You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me.
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying the Vinster King? A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty... If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends upon us all.
The Rehir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rerir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? I've kept... Love should be built on honesty. Is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything in my power to protect what I cannot afford, no matter who I...
Huh? Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli? They're talking about those people from the opposition.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be! So many have died already, and they say that the king's madness grows with each passing day. We're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this way? Do we really deserve to die? Felindis!
Sorry, I heard you though. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and dissidents.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives.
No. Rerir has no idea I have... Truth be told, apart from my teacher...
But as Orlog said...
I'll work something out. Don't forget that Rerir is in Eclipse up. For now, don't come looking...
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have?
I won't speak in his Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it. You'll be glad you took some spare change.
You call that change?
I've got a job, and...
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting them.
Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. And the prey won't sense a thing.
I bet no one's ever died a quiet death like yours.
I work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open or though. The king just happens to be right now.
Won't happen.
He's changed. Ever since he fell under the spell of that power. He only had you take out a handful of it.
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
It all adds up.
You know why Melinda didn't accept your proposal, don't you? Was it because you didn't trust him? Something else.
Delindis, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog?
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while, didn't you?
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. Chances are he's already dead.
I
just don't get it! After everything he's done, why do you still stand by him? Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not...
I need to go now, Delindis. They're looking for us. If you ever need a place to hide, come find us.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, all subjects of observation, no progress whatsoever. Things are getting worse, but if all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later, it'll be my neck on the line. But could he really bring himself to kill me? No.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? Today's files are in. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Wait. That's... Thelindis? No. No. Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagining my friends would back me up. But in the end, Irminsul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you... No. This cannot go on. This is where it ends. as long as you...
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. But if you let me go, you won't be able to...
Good point.
No, please! I just want to see the outside...
Go on living?
Yes.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? But remember, don't let anyone...
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedavulnir. What are you trying to do? Break...
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now he won't tell me how to... Tell me then! What will this moment... And... no answer.
So, the king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Khaenri'ah hanging in the balance. No wonder every aspect of Rerir's life was so unstable. And it looks like this Thelindis, Rerir's would-be fiancé, herself belonged to a It almost And why does Vedrfunir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow, time for something. We've been inside Rerir's mind. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines. And now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has...
Rerir, are you there? Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas. I'll need to leave her a note.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this—
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sir Deloj—
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss—
Robtatir, what brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhine-daughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble—
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself. So you're president of the Universitas Magistrorum. The Chief Royal Vice President Veit doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees—
My success is the product of hard work and good luck, of course. And as for Efter Veit, in missing out on the presidency, he's done—
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rarir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember me.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little gathering.
It's my brother, Vedalfenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedalfenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted— Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the
And also because you're slimy.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedalfenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my side.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedalfenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedalfenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is, how does a man like me get out of this situation unscathed? You have noble ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world. All I want is a letter of pardon.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly slim. This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why is it taking this form? Does it have something to do with Rarir's past? Another mystery I'll need to unravel.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research dating back to the Crimson... However, there are a number of hurdles. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. To make matters worse, this is not a wise move. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a moon marrow researcher, I desperately... If we really made it there one day, what would we find? This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Thelindis, did you hear about what happened?
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but he slept pretty well, so I'm guessing whatever he did was a good deed. You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation never happened. You understand?
What if he finds out that you pried into his secret?
Don't be silly.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will be able to see a red moon.
A red moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise me you'll look after it.
I promise, Thelindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins, no matter how long it takes.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the—
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Conria.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatir and Rhine-Daughter will disarm the security measures. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe. Wish me luck.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
This place is filthy. And the smell is abominable. Clearly, the king doesn't allow his prisoners a single shred of dignity. Found you. Hello, Mr. Vedifalnir. Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise isn't an emotion that prophets feel very often.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance.
I'm curious. What did you prophesize this time?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. Someone had to say it. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path, Conria will surely fall.
But he didn't listen. Worse still, Dane asked for my help. The court is in...
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw, yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force. I can but lament as the inevitable unfolds. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future There's nothing more for him than slowly crush his spirits.
Forgive my curtness, Vedifulnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing for a long time. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and suspicion. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future. Right up until...
Until what?
Just now. I believe I saw something new.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways.
I sense hatred in you. But also hope. A desperate hope that with the tyrant deposed, that will be the end of the story. But this is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, in a whole new story. There are many men of honor and courage in this. Is that a dagger?
With your abilities, I don't doubt that.
Of course not. You mean your future? With your beloved, Thelindis?
Yes. And I know I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it.
In matters of fate, answers are either right. That is the cruelest thing about fate. It is unmoved by your sacrifices.
That can't be true. I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it? Why? Why are you doing all this?
My voice. In your head. So, you hear it too. It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Vedifulnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever...
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. Whatever trials and tribulations you may face, be steadfast in the belief that they are your path to the future. For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come to an end. That is the only chance you have of fighting back again. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless...
I will hold you to your word.
Thank you for setting me free. In return, I will tell you one more thing that you cannot afford to ignore.
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city. We had no idea what it could mean.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas Magistrorum.
The Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon, Rerir.
Whatever Vedifulnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to lose. Monsters? Is this my daughter's doing? By the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way!
There is no escape!
Be still. The Universitas. Allegedly the king, but if they were ever gonna activate...
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't!
That sounded like an explosion. What other means does the king, and given its major center of abyss research, anyone over at the university...
Illusion shattered!
I must leave no stone unturned.
There is no escape! Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
Leave it all to me.
No more lies. Seek within. Shine down!
Cascade!
Illusion shattered!
I'll catch up. I must leave no stone unturned.
It all adds up. Can't hide the truth. There is no escape!
Cascade!
Monsters! At the Universitas Magistr... Oh no! They're coming! It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Where are the... Of course. All the lab equipment. I'm done for. Ah! Stay back! Rear. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Cylindus? No, don't do it! Cylindus! Cylindus!
I told you, Rerir. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rerir, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our own.
Rerir. Rerir.
Cylindus?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rerir? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. Find you. And then, you can give me your answer.
So that... Viewing other people's thoughts in a nutshell. His past is filled... Everyone,
Nefer! How are you holding up? Feeling okay?
She's fine, Bob.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rerir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by person.
I mostly agree. However, I would not consider Rerir...
Sounds to me...
That's not what I'm...
Then try to remember that I Now, as for you,
Cool!
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will save me narrating it. Yehoda?
Yes, Boss.
That's more like it.
Forgive my curiosity.
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that Boss is too lazy to do for herself.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. In any case, I've hardly shied. There's nothing I Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And,
I'm sorry, what did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor.
Wait, how long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated? But...
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All...
So you control everything in here?
More or less.
Has anything...
Only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Is there any similarity between what happened?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent, which was also the case.
Is there any...
The first clause of your...
Meaning, you're not...
Meaning this is not something Yehuda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone...
Boss, it's fine.
Oh, listen.
What?
Yes, really.
Well, anyway... I suggest everyone even though you don't want to dismiss mental fatigue, just because...
Don't I have the...
If we can find it...
Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means you have my...